All right, so a lot of things happened over the weekend, right? And I guess I'll give like a short rundown in the order of things I don't really care about very much to the one thing that I really wanted to talk about today, which was Abrego Garcia. So let's go from the top. The Brown University shooting, don't know shit about it. I heard about it, don't know exactly what happened. All of these kind of shootings suck. Don't know who to blame or who to point the finger at or what my opinion is on it quite yet. I'm sure the FBI will bungle it somehow or cover up as much information as they possibly can, because that seems to be the trend of the way the FBI is going under counterfeit cash. And Dan Bongino, who may be stepping down to, kind of grab together what's left of his reputation before it's too late. So that would be at least something positive, I guess. The shooting in Australia is obviously horrific. I'm kind of doing these out of order here, so I'll go back. So the thing number 2 I want to talk about is Trump's tweet about Rob Reiner. Look, Rob Reiner, if Rob Reiner would have been in a position that he could have killed Donald Trump without repercussions, he would have done it. And we all know from his rages on Twitter and X and shit about Donald Trump, he fucking hated Donald Trump. So why exactly do we have to start clutching our pearls about Trump's reaction to his death? Now, the thing that I think is kind of cringe is Trump makes it all about him. Like, oh, Rob Reiner was killed due to his Trump derangement syndrome. No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that Trump has anything to do with the reason why Rob Reiner is dead. So for Trump to make it all about him, that's just Trump shit. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm not going to clutch my pearls about any shit anymore, right? I'm not going to. You know what I mean? And I don't think Trump should either. It's not very presidential, but Trump's not a very presidential guy. That's why we like him. Or we used to like him. He's starting to lose his shine a little bit, let's be real. I mean, there's still nobody in jail. There's no handcuffs anywhere. There's still money going to all kinds of foreign fucking problems. There's still way too much attention to going to foreign problems. And, the Trump administration getting the runaround by Abrego Garcia, which is making them look ridiculous. And that's what I want to talk about for real today. So, the Trump tweet, don't give a fuck. If somebody hated me as much as that guy hated Donald Trump, then if I was going to tweet about it, I'd be like, fuck that guy. I don't care. Fuck him. I don't care. Now, I liked Rob Reiner's movies. I didn't like his attitude towards Trump. I don't like the fact that he's a raging leftist. But I liked his movies. He was a very talented dude. I don't have one feeling one way or the other. I don't feel anything really about it. He was murdered probably by his own kid, which, that's rough. That's rough. But I'm not going to condemn Donald Trump for his... the whole podcast world is out today condemning Donald Trump, guys. Oh my God, all the right is, everybody's going, oh my God, how the fucking maniac, how could he say that? Look, everybody has been fucking on Trump's... If I was attacked by these kind of people, and Rob Reiner is one of those people, right? Or was one of those people, I would also be like, fuck all of you people. And then you want me to shed a tear when one of y'all motherfuckers dies or gets killed? No, fuck you. No, I wouldn't do it either. So I don't give a fuck about the tweet. Thing number 3, the mass shooting in Sydney, Australia. Look, guys, we're going to keep getting more of this. So we can stop being too outraged about it, because more of this shit's going to happen, because all of our Western countries that we live in have basically imported the third world and a bunch of Islamists from all kinds of countries without much vetting, without much checking, and just let them in everywhere, all over the world. And now they're openly saying, we're going to take you guys out. So they've already declared war on the native people of all these countries. In England, they've basically declared war on them. The politicians aren't doing shit to fucking make it stop, except for in America. You know what I'm saying? In America, they're trying, but the system is so rusted shut and so full of bureaucratic swamp monsters that it seems that even Donald Trump can't get it done. So, I think that the shooting in Australia is fucking horrific. I'm surprised we haven't seen a Christmas market attack yet in Germany. It seems like they foiled one. At least they said they did, so they reported that one was foiled. And they arrested the people that were planning it, but there hasn't one happened yet. Look, it's crazy, right? These people are lunatics. This is why I'm anti-ideology. I don't like religions of any kind, not Christianity, none of that shit. The reason why is this kind of shit, because ideology demands for an unscrutinizable groupthink that can be dangerous if they have power, right? And in this case, they don't have any political power, but they are going on the streets with guns and mowing down innocent people. So that's a power on its own. And unless they are met with a strong, hard, heavy-handed punishment of some sort by the countries in which they perpetrate these acts, they're just going to keep doing it. So good luck, Australia. It seems like your prime minister is worried more about right-wing extremism, which is the go-to for all of these white Western politicians in the West, right? They all go to the same thing. When a Muslim kills people that are natives to their country, they all come out and go, oh, let's not have right-wing extremism, guys. You know, he can't help it. He's in war. He's mentally ill. He's war-torn and blah, 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 blah. Now, for all the politicians here in Europe, here's an example. Ahmed El-Ahmed, I think that's his name, who stopped the shooter, who ran up on the shooter, snuck up on him, grabbed the gun from him. Apparently the guy got shot twice, also a Muslim. If you want to know what kind of Muslims that we kind of want in the countries, it's that guy. He's the shit. He's got more balls than most of the native people do. So there's a double-edged sword there, right? Because you're like, well, you know, we got to stop letting all these immigrants in. But in this case, an immigrant saved everybody else's ass because everybody else was too fucking pussy to do anything. Because we live in a pussified society that's been pussified by all the feminism and all the crazy shit and the trans shit and fucking this weak ass, everybody fucking has to be the same shit. You know, we give fucking, you know, consolation trophies and you don't have to win anymore and we'll take care of everything, nanny state, all that shit has pussified the society. And so this kind of shit is going to keep happening because we're in the weaker society that won't fight back. The people aren't fighting back. They're trying to with protests and stuff, but nobody wants to really get to a violent revolution, right? Everybody's trying to avoid that at all costs. But it's becoming more and more difficult because the politicians, the people that we elect in order and give the power to make these changes just refuse to do it. So they're basically like, we're leaving it up to you guys. And if we do anything, we're going to be in prison. So we're trying to hold off, right? We're trying to hold off. But it's getting to the point where at some point we're going to have to protect ourselves, people. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that that's the way it is. So either vote better people in or get ready to fight. You know what I mean? One of the two. And I'm not talking just to Australia. I'm talking to Germany, Western Europe. You know what I'm saying? After Trump's gone in America, make sure you don't let Democrats get back in. No matter how shit the Republicans are, you can't let Democrats back in, right? So the shooting, Australia, totally horrific, right? Glad that somebody stepped up to try to save the day, and he did. You know what I mean? That's a hero right there. If any of these politicians are insecure about what kind of people we do want to let into the country, it's people like that guy. Ahmed El-Ahmed saved the day in Sydney. Awesome. Now, the thing I want to talk about is the Trump administration can't seem to get rid of Abrego Garcia, better known as Maryland Man, who is a gangbanging, human trafficking, sex offender who beat his wife, and all these things are on record, right? He was going to get deported, but the left, the judges, basically what the problem is, guys, is the judges are the president, right? The judges are overriding Trump in every which way, every time, no matter how many times Trump wins, no matter how many times Trump gets a win in the courts, no matter how many times the Supreme Court sides with Trump, it doesn't matter. These judges just go, fuck you, Trump, we're just going to do whatever we want. So now, Abrego Garcia should have been deported a long fucking time ago, and he's out of jail again, talking shit in Spanish about how he's gonna fight the government. What the fuck's going on here? I mean, Jesus Christ, fucking cash and counterfeit cash, and Dan, what the DOJ, Pam Bondi, what the fuck's going on? Why did we elect Trump? Not for this, not to get laughed at by some fucking illegal Mexican that's fucking sitting there talking shit on everybody and going, fuck you guys, I'm out of jail again, yo, because the system protects me over you. I get special privileges because I'm an illegal alien that trafficked people, beat the fuck out of my wife, asked an underage girl to send me nude pics. You know what I'm saying? What the hell's going on? This is going to be the end of Trump's legacy if something doesn't start happening real quick. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Pick that motherfucker up against the judge's will and ship his ass out. Be a president. Grow some fucking balls. What the hell's going on here? Motherfuckers are like, well, you know, what can we do? You know what I'm saying? We can, the judge is the president. These judges are the president. Judge Zenas rhymes with penis. Judge Zenas is the president, guys. Donald Trump can't decide, and the fucking INS and ICE, they can't decide who goes. Kilmer Abrego Garcia is our new George Floyd. Right? That's the left. They're like, no, that's like George Floyd. Another guy that needs to be sainted because, he's the best black guy ever. You know, putting a gun to a woman's stomach, having a fucking, body full of fentanyl and COVID and meth or whatever the fuck else. He was on speedballs or whatever when he got arrested and taken down. And then some cop has to go to prison for doing his job. And yeah, he accidentally killed George Floyd, but George Floyd might have died on his own because the motherfucker had fentanyl to kill a horse in his ass. But he's need to be sainted, just like Kilmer Abrego Garcia. This is who the Democrats are protecting. Fucking gangbanging, human smuggling people, and they're out of fucking jail again for like the 5th time. They sent his bitch ass to El Salvador, and then they had to get him back because the judge made a big shit fit. Why'd they do that? Just leave his bitch ass there. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why do it? Because they bow to the judges. And the judges are getting no consequence because Congress is sitting on their fucking hands like always. No impeachment of judges, no investigation into judges. They're not even trying to do anything against these judges. So it's fucking over, people. First of all, if the Republicans lose the midterms, which it looks like they're gonna, which is crazy to me because people, even no matter how bad it is, it's still better than Democrats. But at some point we need to get to a point, right, where the people say, okay, this system is completely fucked. It's not working. We need real major changes. We're working with an antiquated system built for a much smaller population, and it is not working the way it's being run. We need it to completely change because this is not going to work anymore, right? If you just have to choose the lesser of two evils forever, it's either Republicans or Democrats, and Democrats are worse, so we'll pick the Republicans again. The Republicans sit there and fucking jerk off and fucking talk shit and go on, make the verdict with Ted Cruz, and fucking nobody's doing shit. And that's the fucking problem. So if the midterms go, that's it, right? That's it. Then the chances to hold people accountable and all that shit, that's going to be gone. That's going to be gone. There's not going to be any of that, right? So I don't know, guys. It doesn't look good. I keep saying this over and over again. If some fucking illegal Mexican can get on TV and speak to people in Spanish saying that he's basically shits on your government and he's going to fight this fascist shit all the way through, and his ass has been in and out of El Salvador, in and out of jail. He was going to go to Guatemala, then he's not going to go to Guatemala. Then they were going to send his ass to Ecuador or some shit, or to some Africa, Uganda, but no, he can't go there either. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is insane. This is insane. The Trump administration needs to start taking the reins. They're being forced here, right? They're being forced. Again, my only hope is that the Trump administration is playing it like 3D chess till the midterms and saying, okay, right before the midterms, right before voting, we're gonna sweep some motherfuckers and arrest them all. Our Abrego Garcia is gonna be on the next boat, fucking out this bitch. And if he does that, if they do that, they save the midterms. But if they keep going like this until then, it's over. It's over. So, a lot of blackpilling things. What can I do? I don't make it up. It just happens. Okay, so I don't know what to tell you.